Yo, what's crackin' lackin' YouTube? It's me, Dan Harkins, and welcome to some Team Deathmatch on Hunted. Today I'm using a submachine gun to earn some kills towards the camos that I need for the submachine gun. And that I am going to be working on. So news is Call of Duty 2016 is gonna be Ghost 2. And there was a collective sigh and booing all across the world when they heard about this. Why though? Well, it's kind of because Ghost was the bland spot in the Call of Duty lifespan. It didn't really do anything different, and it was a solid game, but it was boring. At the end of the day, folks, Call of Duty Ghost was boring. Now, hit detection was really the only thing going for that game. The netcode in that game was fantastic. Why that netcode has never been implemented in any other game since is really beyond me. Because if we take a look at Treyarch's attempts, the hit detection is quite atrocious. And by atrocious, I mean just that. It's pretty bad. Sometimes it just doesn't connect, and you're standing there saying, man, what the fuck. But 2016 Call of Duty Ghost 2, what were some of the things that Ghost didn't do right? And I would say that the major thing that Call of Duty Ghost just didn't get down was the maps. At the end of the day, the biggest thing that turned me off were the maps from the core game. The vanilla pack were just gigantic. There wasn't really any flow, and they were just boring. Now, it isn't to say that there weren't a few shining gems of maps in there. I think they had some really cool ideas. They were just very poorly implemented. And the weapon balancing, I can't even speak to it, because out of all the Call of Duties, the only other one that I played less was Modern Warfare 2. I think I got to like second prestige in it, and I was like, you know what? I am bored. I'm not angry, and it's not like I'm happy. I'm just like, what am I doing? I'm just meh. And I went and did something else, because that's what I do. I just waited for the next game to come out, and Advanced Warfare came out. I loved the game. Granted, it had some very glaring issues, but overall, it implemented and it made new things available, which made it fun. Now, some people will say Advanced Warfare is not fun because they didn't like the movement system and whatnot, and that's a subject for another time. But Call of Duty Ghosts didn't take any risks. It was a game that was very safe. It didn't try to do anything different. It was like, here's some weapons, here's some maps, and people were like, okay, but what new shit are you gonna bring to us? It just wasn't there. So you can see how the community is gonna be a bit apprehensive if we're gonna have another Call of Duty 2 Ghost game come out. And maybe Infinity Ward will have learned their lesson from the previous game and make some very needed changes, such as we don't need gigantic fucking maps that we can't see, and we sure as hell don't need those IEDs to come back. Other than that, I think they have a really good potential to make something good. I just don't know if slapping on the name Call of Duty Ghost 2 was the greatest. It was, I believe, the lowest selling Call of Duty game. I can't confirm that unless I go do some research. And many of you do know, I do not do research on videos. I press record and I start talking, and what comes out comes out. I save it, I export that shit. That's a commentary. So I'm not gonna go research what the numbers are. But let's say it was the worst selling game. That game got returned. We don't need another Call of Duty Ghost 2. They should have just named it Modern Warfare 4 or something. But I think the campaign, I'm interested if they're gonna follow the campaign. If any of you guys ever touch the campaigns in these games, I think Ghost had a decent campaign. Could it have been better? Yes, but a lot of things in Call of Duty Ghost could have been better. So, what do I want to see in Call of Duty Ghosts? One, I think the prestige system was shit, and it took way too long to level up in Call of Duty Ghosts. It felt like eons. I don't like that. I think you cap it at 50, and you did 55. 55 is okay, and you just roll with it, you know? You just roll with that shit. I also think better score streaks definitely need to be implemented. Because the score streaks in Ghosts were pretty lackluster. Like, it's pretty much the best game for the worst score streaks. Like, they were just very boring. They didn't do shit. There was really no point to equip them. And then you take Advanced Warfare, where it wasn't much better in the kill streak department, but it was just a tad bit better than Call of Duty Ghosts. So I would definitely like more focus on good streaks, and I'd be totally okay with the support, assault, and specialist systems coming back. I always liked that system, thought it was really neat. You know, especially if I'm using a weapon that I'm not very comfortable with, and I'm getting massacred, and I'm learning it. I really like to have that support package to, you know, help out my team. And then when I'm just gonna start fucking straight up fuck some people up, you know, give me that assault shit, and give me that specialist so I can earn those kills. And let's bring Cranked back. That was actually that was a really cool mode from Call of Duty Ghosts. Why that wasn't ever brought back is beyond me, but that was a very good game mode that I never played. But cool idea. Think it should come back. So that's kind of what I think needs to be done here. Other than that, I mean, if we keep the hit detection, I would say raise the health just a little bit. I know they had, I think it was like a hard mode or hard health. I fucking forgot the name of it. But basically, you had more health. That might be cool, and that might make it feel similar to other Call of Duty games. But you're still killing people. And here, this game is coming to an end, and I'm gonna end it on a really hot note, okay? So, my purifier is gonna kick right in right here, and I'm about to melt the fuck out of these people. Doop, doop, doop. Game, set, and win. Dan Harkins. Thanks for checking it out, folks.